Cool. So we're on. Welcome back. I'm gonna send over the link to a couple of the people in our circle real quick. But welcome, guys. If you guys are already tapped in, that's awesome. Appreciate you guys very much.
Yep.
But yeah, I believe we're live. If we're not, let me know.
Yeah.
Let me know if there's any issues. I got the brownies right here in the freaking cut.
Mm-hmm.
I got a lot of stuff to talk about today. A lot of nonsense on my mind. A lot of nonsense going on today. But like I said, we're going to have a couple minutes while everybody gets on real quick. I just want to check the livelihood of the podcast. Looks like we're on. I got my slushie right here. Cheers, you guys. Cheers with the slushie. I'm going to put the slushie away, though, because I don't need it. I don't need the slushie yet, right? But yeah, if you guys are tapping in, I appreciate you guys very much.
Keeping it raw is crazy. I love that.
Yeah, this is the Keeping It Raw episode.
Mind you, we just came up with this shit an hour ago while eating birria tacos.
Yeah, not too long ago we come up with this idea. So just so you guys can have a quick little idea of what that's like. Anything's possible, right?
Yeah.
I want to start off with that. I want to start off with the fact that if you want to do something, do it. You know, it's going to be a lot of pushback. It's going to be a lot of hate. It's going to be a lot of trials and tribulations. And that's kind of what I have going on this past week. And I'm not going to let it stop me. You know, I've been doing the podcast with some friends. I've been doing a couple other projects with some friends. Dylan's always been behind the scenes on real estate moves.
Yeah.
But I just want to check real quick if the volume is up.
Send
trials and tribulations.
Send me an invite link of some sort.
Like I said, we're sending the link, letting a couple people tap in so you guys can add to the conversation.
Yeah. Mind you, it's a new idea, a new project. It's a side project of the actual, stand on business project. That I haven't been on all of the episodes, but I definitely have been here since the rip of it.
Yeah, he's
behind the scenes,
adding value to me in my life, real estate wise.
And just the team, the crew.
Yeah. And I kind of messed up. I might have sent the link to a couple different people. Or I made a link at first, and I might have sent you guys the wrong link. So if you guys are just tapping in, it's all good. Don't worry about it. This is going to be kind of more of a raw episode of...
just off the top, we didn't prepare for this. We're not interviewing. The main difference that we were trying to get across that me and Mike and I were talking about during tacos were, let's just hop on and talk some shit, no script, no questions, no interview style, content, because sometimes that shit can be a little tense, especially, I've never, but just from, being behind the scenes and stuff, I see it.
Yeah, I know.
Sometimes you just
help a lot of add a lot of value.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sure we could both, spit some actual sauce right here.
And that's the cool.
Just talking shit for fun,
yeah.
And
so appreciate you guys for tapping in again. I'm gonna go ahead and start by saying,
Did I get a invite link?
Yeah. Oh, I sent it to the wrong episode. Or the wrong.
Oh yeah, you guys sent it to my email. Yeah, my iPhone's been glitching.
He hasn't been having the best time. Once I get off, I've been telling him I'll jump on and a quick little iMessage tutorial with you real quick. But like I mentioned, there's a lot of stuff going on in my life. A lot of stuff has been going on. A lot of stuff has changed. If you guys have been watching the show, the Standing on Business main show, there's been a lot of changes in my life. I've been doing a lot of challenges to hold myself accountable with co-host Jake Baker. Shout out Jake Baker.
Shout out Jake Tate.
Everybody in the circle knows him as Jake Tate because he likes to challenge people and he likes to
go off on Tate mode.
Challenge your masculinity and your misogyny.
Yeah. But if you're scared of that type of energy, then it's that's the biggest red flag of knowing that you're doing something wrong. Shit, if you're walking in then and Jake Tate or hypothetically, we're using Jake Tate as generally as hypothetically any of your friends that try to check you for being dumb or not staying on business or not doing what they know that you're capable of. And if they're not checking you, then you should one.
Are they really even your friends?
Yeah,
right?
you shouldn't even be around them. One,
like,
and two, when you do check them, and you feel some type of way, that should be your first green flag of, oh fuck, I'm feeling some type of way because I probably should be doing what he's saying that I'm not doing.
And I mean, you could take things offensively. You can, be upset about someone saying something, but like, address it. Either address it or shut the fuck up. Right. Right. It's like. So for me personally, I have been going through kind of a bit of a change though, because actually, what started it all is I lost Jake. I didn't lose him like physically or anything like that, but he was here for the podcast, and he decided that he didn't want to do it anymore. Because he didn't think I was fully invested because I was.
Wait, for real?
I mean, it sounded like he wasn't too sure about me having enough time because I was spreading myself too thin. I get it. I understand that maybe I can focus in on one thing and do it all, but like either you're gonna bite off more than you can chew and choke, or you're gonna bite off more than you can chew and keep chewing. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna stop. And that's the biggest thing.
I'm not gonna stop.
That's the biggest thing I want to let people know. It's like, there's a lot of challenges in this life and there's a lot of problems out there, but like, it's about you going with it and running with it and riding with it. And to me personally, like, I've understand that your own personal success, your own growth, your own reality that you can see, and you think like that person is on yachts and that person is, a movie star or whatever, like you think it's impossible because you're like, that's on the movies. That's only on the movies. Like, that's not real. Like, no, it's actually a physical reality for some people. And it's actually not because they might have been handed to them. They might have actually worked hard for it. And for me, and working hard for it, in my eyes, is sacrifice. It's discipline. It's taking the losses, but running with the losses. And not only did I lose Jake, but this one's a hard one for me. I lost my ex-girlfriend. She officially grabbed her stuff and left Friday or Saturday before I left off to Havasu. Lost her, and it was tough. It was tough. It was tough big time because not only did I lose my co-host, Jake Baker. Shout out Jake Baker again in the chat. Debbie's in the chat for Jake. I'm sure, we'll reconcile. We went off on a wrong, on anything wrong. We didn't talk anything, we didn't talk any shit toward each other and go mad and on this stuff, but he doesn't want to do the podcast anymore because he has other things going on. I understand that, and that's fine. But not only that, like I said, my ex-girlfriend, she came and grabbed the rest of her stuff. If you guys know, if you guys know her, she was a great girl, and she probably would have held it down for me in some ways, but not in the ways that I can physically, mentally, and financially support either. So it's kind of like a teeter-totter. She couldn't really support my aspirations. I couldn't really support, the
100%, bro.
The emotional aspect of things.
But what are you gonna do with that? Like, are you gonna just take it and fucking just pick up the JMO bottle and just fucking be depressed, or are you gonna use that shit as like fuel to fucking go after what all these people are saying you couldn't do, like Jake Tate saying you're spreading yourself too thin, like, and I used to be big on that too, like thinking like, damn, I don't know, I honestly was, bro, like, to be honest with you, like, I was thinking like, fuck, dude, like, and like, being like one of your close friends and shit, obviously like me and my dog, we've been, close best friends since elementary school, the legits, and I'm so like, it's hard to tell your best friend like, hey man, because you always want to see them win, you always want to see them do good, so, but I was seeing you like, dude, my guy's doing real estate, he's running a DJ company, this guy's he's trying to run a podcast, he's doing this and that, and I'm just like, oh shit, dude, I don't know, bro, but obviously, you're fucking excelling in all of it, so, like, you proved me wrong, bro, so just prove, everybody else wrong, keep shining, bro, and it's like, look at fucking, dude, Elon Musk, bro, that guy's got SpaceX going, Tesla, Twitter X.
A lot of sacrifices that need to be made, a lot of discipline that needs to be had, you know what I mean, and I try to be the lover boy. Obviously, I want comfortability. I want this woman to love me, and I want to love a woman as much as that's the dream, right? The fairy tale dream of happily ever after. But in reality, it's like that stuff never actually works out in the long run. Like I sacrifice so much, and I have so much neglect, and I have so much hate because I gave up so much of my opportunities just to make this woman happy. And I feel bad, I feel bad that I couldn't make it work. It really hurts me more than anything when I had that final conversation with her about her leaving and now she's gone. It sucked, you know what I mean? So I had that whole thing going on that kind of hit me hard. Harder than Jake Tate leaving the podcast. No disrespect, Jake. I love you, dog. I love you, but I can't love you as much as I loved her. And it sucks because the reality is he was holding it down and pushing me to be the better man as much as I could. A lot of this is because of him. I'm not even gonna front. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. He was a big motivator and starting the podcast. I didn't even know how to run this camera before he moved in. I didn't even know how to operate on 2 different screens. I'm actually, if you guys see us right now, we're on 2 different screens.
Yeah.
And I've learned a lot since that guy moved in. But at the same time, pressure led him to fold in certain ways. You know what I mean? I can't say that I had no, maybe I talked a little bit of shit, but at the same time he was talking shit too. So, but in the way it's like, it's friendly. It's I want you to grow. I want you to be, I want you to be better. And sometimes it kind of sucks.
Yeah. So let's talk about how do you feel right now as far as where you're going, what you're trying to do, and who you're trying to bring with you on like whatever you're trying to accomplish?
Well, this is the biggest thing this all made me realize is that you can't bring everybody with you. You want to 100%. As much as you want to, as much as everybody should be growing with you. And when you're driving in that Lambo truck, like you want to be with the people in the Lambo. You want to be with all your people, all your beginning people in the Lambo truck. But at the same time, it just can't happen like that,
Yeah.
You can't have everybody with you. And so that broke my heart. Ended up going to Havasu to get some promotions for the High Fuse team. And I kind of went off a little bit. I didn't even really go off, actually. I can't say that I went off. I just did what I do, what I know best.
I got a call. Yeah, I just got a call from my dog at like 2 a.m. saying that he was walking the Havasu streets, punching trees by himself. I'm like, bro.
This was at the end of it all.
Like,
yeah.
Who's like, we could work on getting you home, but first of all, what? But I mean, hey, I don't know. I don't want to like talk bad about people and shit, but I don't give a fuck who's watching, dude. That shit's weak, bro. That shit's weak.
Yeah, I know. So let me give you guys a little bit of context
or whatever, but that shit's weak, bro.
I had also had. Now we're talking about the podcast, and not my teammate leaving the podcast. And then High Fuse actually defused because I was telling my boy that was on the team, like, bro, I want you to be my best partner. I want you to be the best teammate on the team, right?
He was Andrew Tating him.
I was Andrew Tating, and that's the term we like to use, because it's like
he wasn't staying on enough business as he should have.
And it wasn't even that. Dude handles. He's a good guy. I love Andy Rue. If you're watching, bro, like it's just I do want the best for the guy. I do want him to be my next best competitor, but I also want him to be a strong partner in all of this. So
yeah,
it was kind of tough for me to be that way. But I think all I said was like, let's get in the gym more often.
You call him fat.
I might have called him skinny fat. I said, look it, bro, like, no, but I didn't actually say any of those words. I would never say anything like that to anybody. I would only be like, look it, these are things that I recommend you to do. But I was also, this was the end of the Havasu trip, a whole 4-day trip or 3-day trip of getting messed up on the boat, drinking and smoking. And I know it's against everything I talk about in the podcast, but I don't know. I guess I felt the excuses that I felt like I had earned it. And I didn't, you know what I mean? Because if I really stood on business that night, I probably wouldn't have been forcing alcohol down his throat. It was like, hey, take another shot. I can take one with you. Let's go.
Yeah,
having a good time.
Obviously, I mean, me and you are, we're kind of tanks when it comes to our alcohol consumption. And I've noticed a lot of people aren't. Yeah. As far as much, I mean, me and you like polish bottles, like. It's not a flex or anything. It's actually
not a flex
just
disgusting.
Disgusting.
It's terrible.
It's really disgusting.
I don't feel good about
so
that.
I could already now that you're talking about this, now I can totally see where this went. He was trying to keep up with Big Dog, and you got him faded. But still, that's no excuse, bro. I don't give a fuck who you are, what you do.
Then I went and said some crazy stuff like, bro, I just need to see you more often in the gym.
Yeah.
And
if you take it personal, then what did we just talk about earlier? if someone's checking you on some shit and you feel offended towards it, that's your first green flag of shit. What he's saying is probably true because I'm feeling some type of way.
Yeah.
Because if it wasn't true, you would just let that shit fly over your head. Like, oh yeah, okay, bet.
Yeah. Leave me
Like,
alone.
yeah,
Leave me alone.
like, yeah, whatever. But
It's and that's kind of how I felt at first when Jake. I was calling him Andrew Tate. When Jake Baker moved in, I felt he was pressing me about a lot of things. Like, bro, why aren't you in the gym more often? Why aren't you trying to not smoke? Why aren't you trying to not drink as often? I'm like, bro, just leave me alone, right? I'm gonna do my thing. But in the back of my mind, I know how to take these things though. I'm a little bit different. You know, I'm a little bit older. I'm not gonna say age has too much to do with it, but I did have this in my mind. Like, you know what, I feel you, bro. Like I should be not drinking. I should be in the gym more often. I shouldn't be smoking weed. And that's what took on these whole challenges of not smoking, not drinking, and all this kind of stuff. And I only did so much to. I actually did everything I could. Like I said, we went on this 45-day challenge, no alcohol. I went 50, close to 60 days. For one, the challenge was if you drank alcohol, you shave a fucking eyebrow. So I don't want to be walking around like, you know what I mean?
I feel that. Yeah. I just want to do one quick shout out. Shout out Hasbullah. Shout out Malia. Shout out Dan out there in Miami. I know you punk. You ain't watching, even though I asked you to like tap in with your boy, but whatever, it's cool. If
you guys are watching right now, leave some W's in the chat. I appreciate you all for tapping in.
Shout out Nana. Shout out Nana out there in Midland. Miss you. I'm gonna come see you on the way back to Miami. Love y'all.
Hell yeah.
Shout out Malia. Got her tatted.
That's my girl.
On the arm.
That's what I'm talking about. Shout out Malia.
Yeah, that was one of this past Memorial Weekend's fuck, I can't even talk. Very many mistakes that popped off over Memorial Weekend. That was not one of them. This shit actually came out fire, to be honest. But it's like scabbing.
You know, I just seen that. And I was like, what the fuck? Yeah. What is that?
My dog Malia's name.
In
Arabic.
Arabic? Like, do you even...
No.
Are you sure? Like, it's her name? Like...
I Googled it.
Are you sure? Like... Hell yeah. But shout out Jiggy G right now. He's in the chat. Appreciate you for tapping in, dog. Like I mentioned, this is the type of stuff I was talking about on the phone earlier. Like... You know, and shout out Jiggy G again because I called you out that one time and he said it's nothing.
Was that Gabe?
Gabriel, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Gabe's lit. Hey, shout out Gabe.
He was standing on business.
I only mentioned that one time, but, you know, Jake tried to try you and he pulled up and said, put the gloves on. You're like, I don't got gloves. Let's go to Walmart.
Yeah, and he went to Walmart, grabbed the gloves.
20 minutes, hops back in the car to go to Walmart just to buy gloves, just to put the gloves on with Jake.
If you guys want to see that video of Gabe and Jake getting it on, I have it, and all I need is for you guys. See it.
It's pretty whack.
I still have it. I love seeing people throw some punches. So no matter what, if you guys want to see that, give us a little shout out in the chat, and we'll post it on the IG, and we'll tag all of you guys. But other than that, you know, like I feel like a lot of stuff spiraled for me this weekend, and I kind of was going through it. And on top of it, I drank like a fucking fish. So I was recovering not only from heartbreak, from friendship loss, from you know losing my business partner, because we actually on Friday, my buddy Andy Rue, we started a whole LLC for the DJ name High Fuse. We opened up a bank account, we had the LLC going, we did everything, and all for it to just over one little thing, it got torn over, and it's like, come on now, like what are we doing? Like we're trying to excel in business more than anything, but you let something so little get the worst of you.
And that should be a green flag. At least you found out his true colors and his true character off of barely as the business being a baby. Yeah. Imagine that shit popping off when you guys are down the road. You know, you guys have employees, companies, you guys got payroll, and this fool wants to act like a baby back down there. And then it's going to be more stressful, you know.
I'm just glad thousands of dollars weren't at jeopardy at that point, and now it was only, you know, it happened this early, and
yeah, man,
it happened this early in the game.
I think you answer all your own questions. Like this guy.
What do you mean?
I mean, like, dude, like these. Look who's still standing on business. Look who's still got who's you know repping High Fuse. Still putting on for your podcast, still doing your shows, still working on your DJ sets, still doing real estate. Like, you know, these people don't want to win, and that's on them. They don't want to win. Can't force everybody to win. You know, like same thing with Dane. Yo, Dane, if you're in the chat, I've been on your ass. I'm done trying to fucking force you to get on the dialer and make calls. Like,
yeah, everybody wants to be the podcaster. Everybody wants to be the real estate agent. Everybody wants to be this and that until it's time to be it's time to do the work, right? And you know, we can sit here and talk all this shit, but other than that, you know, Dylan and I have been working on putting on for the real estate stuff since the beginning. We actually did our real estate license at the same time. Not only that, you know, like if you guys are just tuning in, we have been best friends, or friends at least. We've always had a good circle of friends since elementary school. And you know what I mean?
Type beat, yeah.
And then we coincidentally scheduled our real estate exam the same day, but I didn't see him because he had the morning exam and I had the night exam, or the afternoon exam or whatever.
Yeah.
And we both passed it same day. And we've been he's been showing me, put me onto real estate investing rather than just being a real estate agent.
Yeah. So let me give the chat. How many viewers we got? 7. Let me give a little chat. You know, switch up from all the sad boy shit. You know, let's talk about some W's. A couple months back, I was in Miami. You know, I'm living in Miami. I'm from Miami. Well, no, I'm from Palm Springs, but I reside in Miami now. My boy Mike, you know, he blessed me to come over here and stand on business for the time I'm in Cali. Couple months back, I had a seller, Paul, bless his heart.
God bless his heart. God bless you, Paul.
Crazy bastard. He was trying to move. I was trying to wholesale it. Couldn't find no buyers. The numbers weren't making sense. Comps weren't adding up. I thought it was a done deal. I thought it was a shit show. My guy Mike, that's why I always fucked with him, because for his enthusiasm, he like whatever he is focused on at that time. I.e., an example, you know, this podcast. Look, he's got these lights blasted up. He put this whole ass. I mean, he just made this this sign like 20 minutes ago. You know what I'm saying? So this guy, whatever he does it all the way, and I've always respected that. So I hit up Mike. I was like, bro, I got a seller, this deal. I'm working with this guy. Mind you, I'm in Miami. He lived in Idlewild, and he wanted to move. And this is a crazy story. No buyers, whatever. Mike just was relentless, calling everybody under the sun and moon, trying to network and find a disposition strategy, an exit strategy for this deal. This guy had moved out all his stuff. House was empty.
It wasn't his primary residence.
He found
a way to get up there.
My company was about to get sued. Michael had to drive up to Idlewild during the snow, sliding his Tesla down the mountain with no chains on his tires.
Yeah.
And long story
God
short.
God bless the Tesla.
Yeah, I almost got sued. The deal almost fell apart millions of times. It took like 4 months. But at the end of the day, you know, Mike, you were the one that made that shit go through. And, you know, we ran up $30,000 and on just that one deal. But I would have gave up on that deal probably a month in, 2 months in, if it weren't for Mike just, you know, pounding the vibration, just keep going, you know, relentlessly. And I always like that mindset and that work ethic is contagious, you know, like you want to be around it, you want to keep that around you, because like I was like, oh shit, dude, like fuck, we made it happen. Like I would have tapped out and said, nah, man, fuck this fool, I'm gonna fucking slide out. And this guy never even complained either, because mind you, I'm in Miami. Mike was basically doing boots on the ground as far as going to the property. He helped this guy like move shit. He picked his old fuck up at like Denny's, bought him breakfast. And I told yo, Mike, you're gonna hate me. What's up, bro? You gotta go back up to Idlewild again.
You motherfucker.
No, like, fuck, are you serious? Wow, damn, for real? Is this Mike, you gotta go to Idlewild. Done. Done.
You guys don't know me personally. Done is my lingo. It's just done.
Yeah,
like, I'll make it happen. If you need something done, it's done.
That's fucking respect, bro. I was like, hell yeah, Dan.
Mind you, working at the Toyota store, selling Toyotas 9 to 5, and we're doing what I can. You got someone in the chat right now, but not on the chat. Like,
yeah, no. Malia's what? No, Malia's saying that we're doing our own Shark Tank. Did she say you're answering all your own questions? What does that mean?
Malia, what does that mean? Just get it in the chat for us. You know,
Yeah, get in the chat. Type in the YouTube chat.
Yeah, we can see you right here. We'll shout you out. We'll answer all your questions. And then if anybody else is watching.
She's answering with Nana. Tell Nana I said what's up. Shout out Nana, actually. Thank you for taking my citizen to Midland, getting it right. You saved your life, you know, lack of better words.
Yeah.
Not like, oh, you know what I mean? Not like literally saved her life, but I haven't seen my sis doing so good, and since she moved to Texas, she's been shining, and that's we all appreciate you coming from the fam.
Definitely.
You know, I mean, obviously, it's not saying that Malia couldn't do that on her own, and obviously she's a queen and she can do. She's a boss.
W's
in the chat. Yeah, W's in the chat, and W's for Nana in the chat.
W's. No, absolutely, and really, what we wanted to kind of go about it is on this podcast today is that there's a lot of in between the entrepreneur mindset. There's a lot of in between on trying to do your own, trying to build your own business, trying to build your own success, and whatever you're doing, even if it's just you want to be the best worker at your job. It's tough, but it sounds nice, right? Yeah, it sounds nice trying to be a real estate agent. Yeah, it sounds nice trying to be a DJ or trying to be a podcaster. It sounds cool as hell, like, right? But there's a lot of in between. There's a lot of work that needs to be done.
Nobody sees the live streams that got one viewer the entire time, and nobody sees the.
It's discouraging as hell.
Yeah, nobody sees the 10 hours that we got turned down by 100 developers telling us our deal is shit. Or nobody sees the
endless phone calls, the endless research that needs to go into it.
Nobody sees us driving around, knocking pre-foreclosures, getting people telling us to fuck off. Like, nobody sees that shit. They just.
It sounds nice. They hear, $20,000 check, like $30,000 check. I want to do that. That sounds easy. I can do that. And it could be less work than lifting and pounding sand all day long. But
at least at the end of impounding sand, you got a check on the way.
Yeah, that's the truth. That's the truth.
You can go through the mud for these type of deals, and it's a risk, but that's the risk you take.
Yeah, and the risk that you're taking on yourself more than anything is the risk that's going to have the highest reward. So
Gangland in the chat.
Shout out for Gangland in the chat.
Hey, yo, Palm Springs. I'm trying to start banging off fools, but
North Palm Springs or what?
No, North Palm Springs. But tell shit, yeah, we outside. Palm Desert Gang in the chat. Tuscany in the chat.
Oh jeez.
No, Tuscany is like a rich rancher mirage
pizza parlor.
But we used to bang Tuscany.
Oh gosh.
Respectfully.
So if we get enough of you guys in the chat, we are gonna go ahead and celebrate with some pizza. Because now you guys mentioned Tuscany, I'm thinking, Italian pizza, so it sounds good. So let's get some chats, otherwise we're just going to go hungry tonight. But anyways, no, I definitely wanted to kind of hop on here and let you guys know that it's not as easy as it sounds, right? Standing on business, it sounds fun. It sounds cool. It sounds, I like the way it sounds personally. In the keeping it raw, hold up, how am I looking?
Yeah,
I'm trying to figure it out. The keeping it raw sounds dope, but it's not as easy as it sounds. And it's like, yeah, I can sit here and say, but look, it's cool. Like, you're under the cool lights, and not only that, but when you're talking about making a $20,000-$30,000 play on a real estate deal, it sounds fun and cool too. But there's a lot of work that goes into it. There's a lot of discouragement that goes into it. Yeah. Let's go, W's. There's a lot of work that goes into it. There's a lot of disheartening heartbreak that might go along with it, because you have to make these sacrifices with the women that you're involved with, or for any women that are watching, for the males that you might be dealing with, you have to cut people off. And if they're not about the dream, the biggest thing about my girl that left me Friday.
Oh my God, dude.
She wouldn't stand on business with me. It's like, listen, I have a lot to offer, but not right now. I have a lot of promises I can make you in the future, but it's not going to happen right away. We have to probably step back from making the 9-to-5 money. We might have to step back from doing the luxury trips or going out to pizza on a Tuesday night because it's fun. We might have to actually sacrifice some things. Maybe go back on some bills a little bit, and maybe even save up some more money to pay our bills or not do our bills. You want to hit that?
What? No. Oh, what?
Record.
Oh. Yeah.
If you guys just noticed the quality of the video, just hit the red one, and that's good. We are working with the camera that only does 30 minutes. So we have hit our 30-minute mark. But, yeah, I'm super excited to have you guys. And again, my point is that there's a lot of things that aren't being talked about in the entrepreneur lifestyle. Like, you'll see the guys with the Ferraris, you'll see the this, the that. Like, let me show you how I made $30K this month. Let me show you how I did this and did that.
Let's hashtag abolish fake gurus on Instagram.
Hashtag. Let me get some hundos in the chat right now. If you guys think the fake gurus is just becoming such an saturated BS.
No, it's because people get like one lucky W and then they think they're a master at it and they start trying to sell a course.
Like some guy.
But it's like, I don't know, me personally, I could just never like sell bullshit.
No.
But I mean, I guess these kids can, but whatever. But
Yeah.
I'm not knocking their hustle. I mean, it is a lane. I had, shout out Zach from Miami. He was trying to set up my ClickFunnels for me, and I am sleeping on a bag as far as the content shit goes. But I just feel like I never want to. I'm not ready. Like I gotta. Me personally, I like to look up to people that fucking have the results. I'm not saying I don't have like results yet, but I don't have the results I know I could get, right? Like that I'm capable
There's
of
a proper amount of mentorship.
But even in then, it's like I don't know. I'm just always been like more of a low key person. I don't really like to be posting and all that shit. And when I do be posting, I'll be posting bullshit. But
right, yeah.
The most posts you'll get out of me is like a gym gain photo or whatever. Hunters in the chat.
That's what I'm talking about. The thing is most people will post for validation. And I was telling you, I think we had this conversation the other day, and it's really like when you post and you talk, you're talking about validation for yourself. Like, oh, I'm gonna post this like me out here with my homies and drinking a bottle because it looks dope as hell. Like, it looks super cool, and I want people to see me. And it's like, let me just ask you this: what's the reason behind getting people to see you? Because you want them to think that you're cool and you think you're flexing and think you're this and that. It's like, but in reality, like, I just spent my last $100 on this night to have fun with whoever, to flex for the Snapchat costed me $100. This one little Snapchat, me flexing, for people to say that, oh, look at this guy, he's so dope, like, and then they'll text you and tell you like, bro, what are you doing? That looks like a movie. And you're like, well, you kind of in your mind like, yeah, hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, it is a movie. But in reality, you wake up with a headache, you wake up with 100, your bank account drained. And you flex for what? Like, you flex for a quick little validation, like, of like, this is a movie. Like, dude, I'm so sick of that. I'm so sick of the fake flexing. I'm so sick of the validation search. And it's like, it's so much more than that, especially in this entrepreneur shit. Because like, some people, like myself, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, will sit here and try to make it all look good, try to make it sound cool, try to make it, but in reality, like, I'm struggling. And that's kind of really why I wanted to talk on this podcast today, because I am struggling in all this shit. And I don't know what else to do but to keep going. So I'm just going to keep fucking going. You know what I mean? I want you guys to know that no matter what happens to you in the process of your own success, just keep fucking going. Just keep doing what you have to do to build your success, to outlast your greatest competitors, outlast your greatest downfalls, outlast your sacrifices, and be as disciplined as it takes to keep writing. And I don't know.
I think honestly, you needed this. This is the you needed this to get to the next level.
Yeah.
Because I feel like homegirl was gone a long time ago, and you were just like kind of holding on to the chance that she may, like, let me hold on to this last sweater because she may come back and get it. Yeah. You just need to let that go, dude. She's gone.
Yeah.
And for the better, dude.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Coming from like your brother, bro.
No, and I'm not even lying to you guys.
And even when she was here, bro, she checked out way before she left.
Regardless, I know for sure I fucking sat here thinking, like, 5 hours ago, I was tearing up.
Shout out Lupe. Thanks, Mom. Shout out Lupe for the fire ass omelets in the morning, gas,
and the brownies,
and the brownies.
She brought brownies, so I'm having one real quick. But the reality is, it's
Yep.
there's a lot of challenges out there, and I was tearing up earlier. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I had a moment where it hit me. It's just been hitting me all week. It's been hitting me as hard as possible all week, but I'm still gonna keep going. My biggest thing is I need this podcast. I need to keep working. I need to keep calling on real estate deals. I need to keep DJing and booking new gigs to keep going, and that's what's gonna keep me busy. That's what's gonna keep my ambitions rising and high. And like that was the reason why we didn't make it work, you know. So I'm not gonna. I can't keep dwelling on it. I gotta feel it. Obviously, I gotta go through the emotions, and I have to make it apparent that I'm not a robot. You know, I wanna feel too. So I mean, I'm just gonna keep feeling, but I'm gonna keep going too at the same time.
Yeah, bro. Like you and also us as kings that are in the chat right now. I used to struggle with this a lot. I still struggle with this to this day. Is we hold ourselves, and I know Michael can relate because, you know, me and him have a lot in common. You know, we hold ourselves to like the highest standard, and sometimes we forget like what we're actually doing. You know, like we're actually putting on, we're actually shining. You know, like, you know, bro, like you got your crib right here, bro. Look at this shit, dude. I'm looking at signs, grind, hustle, execution. This is king shit, bro.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like any of these dorks that could say otherwise. Don't want to say any names. They're with their moms in their crib, you know, doing bullshit. Like people, it's the little shit that people don't see is what, you know, makes you savage. Like nobody sees us fucking waking up at 4 with Big Rob. Shout out Big Rob, by the way.
Shout out Big Robert. He's holding us accountable more than we're holding ourselves accountable.
Big Rob knocks on the door for him. You guys ready? Taking us to the gym and shit. Savage, bro. Love that shit.
You guys going with me, or are you guys staying?
Yeah, bro. I love that shit, man. I love homies that, you know, push me to, cause it's like a healthy competition, you know. It's like you don't, like, it'd be one of those things like, oh fuck no, I'm tired as fuck right now, but oh fuck no, I'm not gonna let Big Rob go to the gym right now and I'm sleeping in. I gotta get to the gym, bro.
Yeah, no,
like that.
It's definitely one of those things that, I mean, there's a lot of success to be had with your team, but then there's a lot of people that have different personalities, different emotions that won't mix as good as you need it to, right? And that's, I mean, the emotions that one could have can really not mesh well with your endeavors and your opportunities and what it is you're after at the same time. And even if it does mesh well with what you're after, it might come down to their emotions are not on the same wavelength. And so I don't know if you guys that I'm talking about are in. I mean, I really hope you guys are, because regardless of me hurting you guys' feelings, I'm still gonna talk shit. I'm still gonna push you guys to be the best you guys can be. I'm still gonna push your buttons, because I know if you can't handle that shit, I mean, you're not gonna be able to handle the heat when someone else comes and tries pressing you. So
Michael talk shit to me all the time, and you know, I could be a little sensitive pants and man, fucking Michael, he's talking shit. But no, I tell him, like, in the moment, I'm like, oh fuck, damn, all right, fuck you too then. But then I sit on it and I'm like, oh shit, damn, that's facts. I really gotta, you know, adjust or pivot in that certain area and shit, and vice versa. I'd be telling Michael, hey bro, you know, that's not it. Yeah. So, but that's what boys are for, and
I want you guys to hold me accountable. I want if you're my boys and you guys are watching, and if I'm fucking up, if I'm doing some crazy shit, I want you to tell me, like, bro, what are you doing? Like, you said you were gonna stand on business. Like, you have a whole podcast about this shit, and you're over here, you're smashing 10 to 20 shotguns, modelos in one day, and then you're smacking the bottle. Like, what do you, like, bro? Like, that's not what you talk about, and that's not like
smacking the bottle is crazy.
Like, you're not doing what you're you know, you have a lot of people eyes on. Like, my boys, you know, my old boys. Shout out Kyle if you're in the chat right now. Shout out the homie Tyler. Shout out Andrew.
Shout out Levi. Shout out Fucking running out of shout outs. See, I don't fuck with people, bro. This is my only dog, like, for real. I mean, yeah, I got acquaintances and, like, homies from the desert and shit.
But you talk some shit to them, what are they going to do? When you talk some real shit to them, when you talk some shit, like, are they really going to be, like, are they going to take it in? And
well,
because
no.
it makes everybody hot.
No.
It make anybody hot.
Well, no. Even worse, they enable it. Rather than, like, putting you on, you know, checking you and telling you, hey, bro, what the fuck you doing? They love seeing Dylan blacked out, drunk, spending all his money because they're getting taken care of too. Like, oh yeah, shit, Dylan's gonna pick up the bar tab, whatever. Then no one's telling me, hey, yo, Dylan, you should chill out, bro. You should like fucking not be drinking as much. You know what I'm saying? Like, they enable that shit. They love that shit. They love this. People want to see you do good, but people rarely want to see you do better than them. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So it's.
And he was before the show went on. Before we went live right now, Dylan was telling me, you know, I do appreciate something you told me the other day, and I told him, like, dude, like, why are you always talking about this and that to people that don't really give up? Like, they will be like, oh, that's dope, that's so cool, like, that you're working on $1 million deal, and you're.
Well, no, it's just because I get excited and I like to.
But like,
I do it from a good heart. I do it to try to like motivate and inspire. Like, hey, bro, you know, I get what he's saying. Basically what he's saying is stop talking about shit while you're still working on it, you know, like hustle and silence type shit.
Yeah.
And I do have I do gotta work on that. I'll be working on a project, or I'll be doing something, and I like to tell my peeps, like, yo, bro, I'm working on this right now, blah blah blah. But I was reading something that says basically that, like, when you tell people that you're doing this or that, it releases the same dopamine effect to, like, that you get when you actually achieve it.
Yeah.
So it subconsciously triggers you not to want to work as hard because
you let off the gas.
You already got that dopamine hit. And it's weird. I don't know. I was reading about it, but I'm not big like on that subconscious shit. But
no, it's true.
No, it's true. But I read
the same thing. Like when you're going and you're trying to make something. When you're trying to make something sound good to people and they're like, yeah, good job. It's the same feeling that you get when you're like, yo, I actually made this deal a reality. Yeah. And then like, yeah, dude, I fucking hell yeah. Let's fucking go pop some bottles and let's make it happen. Like that, yeah, good job was like half the like feeling. Not even half the feeling. It was the same feeling, but it's half of the success and half of the work that it takes to actually get that full congratulations of popping bottles in the club. Because I mean, then you deserve it. When you close $1 million deal or you make a $20K play or whatever, like it's worth it. It's worth to go and say I'm gonna have like a couple drinks tonight and like. But that's not what I want you guys to think either. Have a little bit of structure out when you're going to go out, you know, and work, and when it's time to work and when it's time to play, right? But it's also the same feeling that you get when you're being congratulated so you let off the gas and you stop working as hard as you could be to make something happen.
Yeah, I'm just trying to empty the tank.
Yeah. Don't let off the gas. Don't let off the gas. Keep going. Do what you have to do to make your dreams a reality. Because even though they're dreams, they're not impossible. There's nothing that's impossible.
Shout out Clay Mound. Who's that?
Shout out Clay Mound. I think that's Big Ominous.
Who's Big Om?
We'll shout him out later. We don't want to. What do they call it when you call somebody out by their alias?
Oh yeah, we're not trying to. We're not trying to DDoS them.
Yeah. Something dock them or something like that. I don't know. He says it all the time.
Dox them.
Dox them or something like that.
Yeah, we're not trying to dox them, yeah.
Yeah, shout out Big Ominous. Shout out Clay Mound. We love you, dog. You know.
Is that our dog?
Yeah.
Our dog, W. Ryan. Oh, shit, I just did it.
Yeah, he just did it anyways. No, W. Ryan. He's not. We love you, dog. And if you guys need some real motivation.
And just a shout out to the entire Perez family tree. Since I've known this guy, his family has always treated me like family. Big Rob, Ryan, fucking Joseph, everybody in the fam. You know, Victor, your mom. You know, I remember being in Morongo and like you guys invited me over for Thanksgiving dinner one time. Yeah. Like, you know, years back, and like I just always respected you guys. Like, you know, took me in his fam, and I'm sure you guys did to like all your close boys, but that's love for real. I respect that.
No, absolutely, bro. Like,
yeah, your fam's dope, bro, and I love being a part of it, and
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna stand on that shit for you guys. Always got your back.
I appreciate that, bro, because we know you're the next best competitor, bro, and we want strong individuals to stand with us. So
Yeah, facts.
we appreciate you guys for tapping in. We really I just really need to get this shit off my chest. I got a lot of stuff going on. Like I said, 4 to 5 hours ago, I was crying to Dylan, letting him know, like literally in tears, telling him, like, bro, she's not coming back. I hated everything. I was trying to find my next reason to keep going, and I didn't know what it was. So I was like, bro, let's just go for a quick walk. Let's go for a quick walk and do a midday recharge, feel some sun on our skin, and get some tacos or whatever. We went and got some tacos, and then Dylan was like, bro, you have too much passion about this. You need to talk about it on a podcast. And I was like, dude, this is like the in between. Like, there's a lot of stuff on the podcast that we talk about that seems really professional. It seems really
put together,
structured.
And I was telling him, hey, sometimes this is the first of many Keeping It Raw episode.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
Yeah, I was just saying, the vision behind Keeping It Raw segment is to just hop on and talk shit and say what you need to say
and be real
while
about
also spitting game and giving the
talk about the struggles in between,
giving the audience value as we can, and just learn from our bullshit.
Yeah, we want to talk about the struggles on the in between being an entrepreneur, right? Because like I mentioned before, it sounds nice. We all want to be on a podcast. We all want to be DJs. We all want to, not literally, but there's some of us that want to do so many different things. We want to be a hairstylist, tattoo artist, tax accountant. We want to be a real estate agent. We want to do all these different things. And it could sound easy. Like, all I have to do is just go buy a nail kit and I can start doing people's nails. But you don't hear about the struggles in between, people making appointments with you and then canceling and then asking for the deposit back. You don't hear about the struggles in between when nobody wants to answer your fucking phone calls, or people are telling you to fuck off when you knock on their doors. People are telling you, when you want to do some sort of music, they're telling you, well, that was kind of shit, And like, there's always going to be some sort of pushback to stop you from doing what you want to do. You're going to lose friends. You're going to lose, relationships with women or dudes. If you're a chick, you're going to lose relationships, but it's always continuing. It's also persevering, and always going to be about putting that discipline forward to keep going. Because that keep going and that consistency of doing it no matter what, the insanity, even though it sounds scary, even though it sounds intense, you got to stay so crazy about your craft, so insane about what you want to do, that one day it's actually going to happen. And it's not about making it happen in one run. It's not about the first time it's going to pop off. It's not about any of that kind of stuff. It's about doing what you have to do to just keep going. Because it's not about winning or getting to the end of the race, in this case, in business, right? It's about staying in the race. It's about staying in the fight.
Yeah, longevity. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people can get lucky in business. The way I look at it is like, I'm only as good as my next deal. Yesterday's home runs won't win today's games.
Yeah.
I could talk shit all day about the $30K we made, 2 months ago or whatever. But, how am I relevant today? You know what I'm saying? Especially in such a hyper competitive market. Everything's super saturated. I tell Mike all the time, whatever you're trying to pursue, just know that there's 1,000 other people that are hungrier than you, waking up earlier than you, making that extra phone call more than you. When you're tired and they say, you know what, I made enough phone calls, I'm going to go hit the bong and chill. That the other person's not hitting the bong and he's making another 100 calls.
Relentlessly working.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, the harder you, a lot of people get lucky in business and stuff and in life, but I believe, the harder you work, the luckier you get, for sure.
Yeah. So, again, it's about staying in the game. It's about outperforming your competitors, because, again, there is going to be people out there that want to work harder than you.
There's no secret to this shit. I believe, especially in business and then just in life, it's about, whoever could be the best copycat, just copy and paste. This shit's been done before. Don't reinvent the wheel. Just fucking study who, someone in your, and, always, seek mentors, whatever you're trying to accomplish. An example, say you're trying to run, fire ass podcast. Find someone with a fire ass podcast, DM him, hit him up. Hey, what should I work on, or what should I be focused on? What are key topics that you find are trending? What are good strategies as far as like camera angles? Are you outsourcing? Um, Editing,
There's
just
too many people
study the
doing
greats.
the
Yeah,
same thing that for you not to be able to
yeah,
do it. And the thing is, you can either fold and try to look for the secret or the
another,
pay for the the whatever
yeah,
people mentorships, but you have to keep in mind that like there's no secret. The secret is hard work. The secret is all the things that make up the equation of success, which is discipline, effort, hard work, and consistency.
yeah, but also too, the right direction and the right mentors and the right knowledge, because you can be consistent and hardworking, but not doing the wrong things every day. You know what I'm saying? A
Of
lot of people
course,
are going
of course,
nowhere fast.
of course.
Like you can
Education.
grind and go hard, but if you don't have the right, knowledge or the right game plan or the right,
There's
you know,
too many people out
me-
there doing the same thing
you
for
know,
you not to go and take
yeah,
it.
mentors will always, cut the short. It's basically the shortcut to success. You could either learn through trial and error, or you could learn through other people's trial and error that's already been there, done that, and they can give you the shortcut.
Yeah.
So for example, someone that's gone through, hey, I tried this camera for a podcast, an example. That shit sucked. I tried this lighting. That shit sucked. I tried this topic. That shit sucked. And that shit may have taken them, 6 months to a year to figure out. Or you can, seek out a mentor that's doing it, and they say, hey, fuck that, cut all that shit, cut the shortcut, do this, buy this camera, do this, talk about this, whatever, and boom, you can propel your shit super quick. So it's
Yeah.
just all about who you're surrounding yourself with, and who you're listening to.
The right
And
mentors, right?
Yeah, right mentors, and also just exposure, and also right
One thing that I've
environment
even
and
found
people you're around.
with even the podcast is I get messages from like they seem like spammers to me. I'm trying to figure out if it's spammers or not spammers at this point because I know that the podcast is only growing at such a at its own rate, and I'm okay with that. I'm willing to put in the work, but I get people messaging me telling me, hey, I can sell you, a service that's gonna make your podcast get 20,000 more followers than you already have, and it's like I don't believe in like that because, and especially from like a spammer, or people that are randomly hitting me up because most people don't have your best interest in mind. They just want to get money. They want to put you on their subscription and then just say, okay, thanks for this. Thanks for this. Here's a couple, BS like scripts that you can follow and then you're good. But no, you have to obviously vet out your mentors and who's gonna teach you and who's gonna show you the right way to do things.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, quickly on the chat, someone asked Malia, right? Malia asked, "How do you defeat vices?"
All right. So, you want to go first?
I mean,
I'm not really defeating them.
yeah.
But also, I would say,
What's your take on it?
My take on that would be 100%. First things first, environment. You gotta get out. You gotta get out your, negative environment as far as because a lot of most people are. Very easily influenced, especially in this day and age. If you're hanging around, motherfuckers that are trying to go to the bar every day and drink and smoke, then you're probably gonna end up doing that. Switch your environment. You want to hang out with, Clay Mounds and Jake Tates and Michaels. You're probably gonna and Big Robs. You hang around them, you're probably gonna find yourself in the gym at 4 a.m. Like it just depends on your environment.
That was actually what sparked our conversation. You were telling me that you're in Miami and like you're like I need to stop drinking and and I was like, dude, I've been almost 50 days now not drinking.
And I was inspired. I was like, damn, bro, I've been seeing them shining on business. That should be another one. Shining on business.
Hell yeah.
Damn,
have all the heavy hitters. All you guys that are watching right now, if you guys want to be on the podcast and you guys go 45 days without one of your vices, let it be nicotine, let it be alcohol, let it be weed, I'll put you guys on and we'll talk about your experience. And we'll call it shining on business. That's a sick idea.
Yeah.
But he's telling me this, that he's drinking all the time, and I'm like, well,
Yeah.
dude, think about it. You live in a big city where you can literally go down your building and go downstairs, and right next door, what is it? A liquor store, a bar, this or that, or somebody in the corner selling some of that shit. You know what I mean? And like, it's easy. It's easy to go and grab whatever you want. But for me, I have my younger brother that's around me. I don't have any bars around me that are accessible to just walk outside and go and. So that's a good one. That's good that you said the environment. And all I have around me is
for sure.
There's not a single person that's like, yeah, let's drink, let's pick up the bottle. None of that. Like I'm that person to people. I was that person to people sometimes. So it's like,
yeah,
you gotta, you know, find your. Also, what I was gonna say is find your purpose. You know, because I mean, like, it's hard leaving your vices, leaving your relationship that you're so comfortable in. So easy to be comfortable. My biggest thing that I've been telling all my friends and everybody that is following the podcast that's asking me this same question and like telling me I'm doing so great and not drinking and not smoking, because they know me. I've been drinking and smoking since I was 14 years old. So they ask me, like, how do you do it? Like, what is the, like, what, like, and I'm like, first of all, what are you so scared of? Right? That's been our motto. All, like, what are you so scared of? That uncomfortable feeling that, like, oh, if I don't smoke, if I don't drink, I'm gonna be a violent person and I'm gonna be uncomfortable and I have to be a smoker and I have to be a drinker, and I I'll shout you out in a minute. But like, I have to drink, I have to smoke my nicotine, because if I don't, I get all anxious and like face it.
Yeah, facts.
Face it. What are you scared of? Like, not facing it. Like, oh, if I don't drink, if I don't smoke my weed, like, I feel better when I smoke in the morning. Like, no, you don't. Like, you're lying. Who are you lying? You don't have to lie to me. You're lying to yourself. You wake up in the morning, you smoke a bong. What are you actually doing? You're smoking a bong, and then you're tired midday. You don't actually execute your work. For me personally, I used to smoke, and in the morning, and I would forget my breakfast or my lunch before I went to work. I'd be running late because I set my whole breakfast up while I was trying to take a bong, and then I'd take a bong rip, and then I'd forget my breakfast. And now not only am I late to work, I have to go buy some more food, and then the food that I already paid for is going bad. Like, it's like, what are you running away from? What, like, and then the alcohol shit, like, people that drink every day, like, there's no real need to drink every day. Like, what, like, and like, what is the point of that?
I mean, I just be losing gains.
Find your purpose, find your reason. Again, you know, there's a lot of in between on this entrepreneur shit. If you're gonna struggle with relationship, you are going to struggle with relationships. Not if, you are gonna struggle with consistency. It's gonna be tough. There's gonna be a lot of pushback. People are gonna tell you no. You're gonna hear that you suck. You're gonna hear that what you're doing is dumb. You're gonna be, because the biggest thing is people want to see you doing good, but they don't want to see you doing better than them. He said that earlier, and the biggest thing for you know, for the whole thing is just to keep going, keep consistent. Keep
by
pushing.
the way, tag this link in all your guys' stories. Send it to your girlfriends, your moms, your sisters. Let's run these views up. Let's run these likes up.
Definitely.
Yeah, shine on business.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, if you guys are struggling with a addiction of your own, a vice of your own, you having a bad relationship that you know you need to get out of, if you have a bad nicotine addiction that you want to get away from, if you have alcohol or weed or even coke or something deeper than that you don't want to talk about right here, right now, hit me up. Standing on Business Boys on all platforms, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, so there's not a single excuse. TikTok even. I'll talk you through it. We'll walk through it. We'll walk through a plan. I'll hold you reliable. I want to keep standing on business with you guys. I'm going to keep standing on business. Tomorrow we have an episode with a videographer named Michael Tukes. Very excited for that.
Shout out Michael Tukes.
Shout out Michael Tukes. This episode will be broadcasted on our main page as a consistent episode for you guys to watch later. I'm not scared of anybody hearing all this information that I have to provide, especially my friends that kind of got upset at me for calling them out or talking my shit. I love you guys. At the end of the day,
you're fat at the fucking gym. Eat right.
and it's a matter of me caring for
I'm
you.
talking shit. Actually, I'm not. I don't give a fuck.
It's a matter of
Y'all
me caring for you.
Y'all weak.
And I love you guys. I want you guys to be standing tall next to me. When it comes down to it, and it comes down to me building my way to the top, it's going to be a long haul. I probably won't make it tomorrow. I probably won't make it by the end of the week. But I'm gonna keep going until I do make where I need to make it happen. I just don't want it to be lonely. You know, that's my biggest thing. I don't want to be there without my day ones. And it might have to be that way because, like I said, I'm not afraid of sacrifice. I'm not afraid of being disciplined enough. But other than that, if you guys want to talk after the show, we are going to wrap it up right now. I love every single one of you guys, and I'm ready to hold you guys accountable, most and foremost. But I'm also ready to show my love and dedication and passion for growth and self-improvement. So,
hey, yo, shout out Malia, shout out Lil Johnny, shout out Hasbullah, shout out Conor McGregor, shout out Dane. You little bitch. Shout out. Hey, respectfully, I love you, Dane.
Shout out everybody that's on the live right now. I appreciate you guys so much.
But for real though, shout out Nana and M Dog. I'll be in Midland in a few weeks.
And shout out my Theo Chris. I know my Theo Chris has been going. He's saying congratulations and good job on the 50 days going sober, but he's the real one for going let's say 25 years sober. So keep it up. That's just about our time. We love you guys. Peace.
Follow me on Instagram.